To start your spiral, it's best to have a square piece of paper. If you don't have a square paper, you can start with your rectangle, and you take one corner and fold it over to the edge. Line up these edges, press down, and you'll end up with this rectangle that's left over. That is going to be the part that you take your scissor and cut that off, and then when you open it, you'll end up with your square. Okay, so here's my square. It's best to find the middle of your square. So the middle of my square is about here. Put a dot there, that's where I'm going to start my spiral. Now, as you should remember, a spiral is a curved line that unwinds and gets bigger and bigger until you decide to stop the line. So, do your best. Now, I'm going to kind of sketch my spiral. Sketching is the lighter form of drawing, so that you can go back and erase the lines that you don't want. What you're trying to do is follow your curve around as you unwind this line. If you do it by sketching, then you can't really mess up, because we're using a pencil. That's what the eraser's for. So do that. Use the whole paper to make your spiral as big as you can. Okay, I'm over here at the edge, so I'm probably not going to go much bigger, and I'm stopping here on the side. Alright, so there's my spiral. Now before I trace over it, just want to fix this one line here. Before I trace over it with a black Sharpie, the next part of this is adding your name throughout. So you decide where to start on the most inner part. I'm going to start here. Now, capital letters work best. Now what you have to do is you turn your paper as you're going. So S-U-E. Okay, now we're going to repeat this. So what you do is you touch the top of the line that's closest, and the bottom touches the line that's closest to the bottom. I'm going to adjust my spiral here, and you rotate your paper You don't have to cramp your letters. You can space them out a little bit. And this is a good thing to do the first days of school, to try to get acclimated to drawing, using your pencil again, sketching light, and introducing yourself. So a lot of you have names that are longer. You might have a shorter version of your name. You might want to use your middle name. I use the shorter version of my name. Capital letters, they touch the top line that's closest, and the bottom touches the bottom line. I'm going to go all the way around. It's a wheel or a spiral of your name. That one has to be fixed a little. Okay, I'm getting near the end. I think I'm just gonna stop there. I only have this much more. And I'd like to put a design here, a design in here, and most likely do something special around the edges. So now you need to take your Sharpie and carefully trace the whole thing. Don't worry too much about the dot. Notice I'm turning my paper as I trace. And when you're all done, you go back with your eraser and you erase those unwanted lines. So I'm going to stop here, but trace your whole spiral and then go back and trace your name. If you do not have a Sharpie, you could use a regular black marker, or you could just darken it with your pencil. You can use a black crayon. You can also use a black colored pencil. Okay. So keep going and trace your whole design. That's the first step.